When do you have to pay tax when selling an apartment in Germany? You bought an apartment for 250,000 euros, and now you are selling it for 400,000. Congratulations, you made 150,000. And somewhere far away, the tax office, Finanzamt, starts to smile. But don't rush to get upset. The tax might be high, or it could be exactly zero. Let me explain why. And watch until the end, because there is one detail that sometimes makes it worth waiting a bit before selling the apartment. If you are interested in real estate in Germany without fairy tales, myths, and unpleasant surprises after the notary, subscribe to the channel and like it. And in the comments write, how many years do you think you can usually sell an apartment in Germany without Spekulationssteuer? So, there is a famous 10-year rule. If private investment real estate is sold after the 10-year period, the profit from such a sale is generally not subject to income tax as a private speculative transaction. But what if you sell earlier? Then the tax authorities may take an interest in your profit. And this is where it gets interesting. The tax is not calculated just like that. 400,000 minus 250,000. Please pay tax on 150. Acquisition costs, selling expenses, and in some cases, other tax parameters can play a role in the calculation. So calculating tax on a napkin in a restaurant is pleasant, but not always useful. And now an important exception. If the apartment was used by you for personal residence, under certain conditions, the sale may be exempt from this taxation even before the 10 years are up. And here many hear the phrase, I lived there, so there's no tax. Calm down. German tax law loves details. You need to look at specific dates and actual use of the apartment. And now the promised detail. Imagine, there are just a few months left until the end of the 10-year period. There is already a buyer, the price is good, everyone is happy. And the question arises, is it worth selling now, or is it sometimes wiser to wait? Because a few months in a certain situation can mean a difference of tens of thousands of euros in taxes. And here I strongly advise against making a decision based on the advice of a neighbour, broker, or a YouTube video, even mine. Before selling such an apartment, you need to show the purchase dates, usage, and intended sale to your tax consultant. Because good tax advice before the transaction can cost a few hundred euros, and bad advice after the transaction, tens of thousands. Therefore, before selling the apartment, the question should not only be how much will I get for it, but also how much of that money will actually remain with me after the sale. Because the sale price is not yet profit, especially when the tax declaration is smiling somewhere nearby.